Differences in greetings, handshakes, hugs, and kisses.
In your home country, greetings might be straightforward, perhaps a handshake, a kiss on the cheek, or even a bow. However, in the US, greetings can vary widely depending on the context. A handshake might be appropriate in a professional setting, while a hug might be more common among friends. Figuring out which greeting to use in different situations can be confusing, especially when you're new to the culture.
You've been invited to a work event. When you arrive, you're eager to make a good impression. In your culture, a handshake or a kiss on the cheek might be common, so you prepare yourself for formal introductions. However, as you meet different people, you notice some shake hands, some wave, and others lean in for a quick hug. You're unsure of how to respond, and it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Later, you attend a casual gathering with friends, and the same thing happens. Some people hug, while others nod or smile. This inconsistency leaves you feeling uncertain about the right way to greet people.
Greetings are an important part of social interaction. They can set the tone for the entire conversation. When you're unsure of how to greet someone, it can feel awkward or uncomfortable. The challenge is figuring out how to approach greetings in a way that feels appropriate for each situation while respecting your comfort level.
Solution and action steps. Understanding the differences in greetings in the US doesn't have to be difficult. Here are a few guidelines to help you navigate these situations.
Observe the situation, pay attention to how others greet each other. In professional settings, a firm handshake is almost always the standard greeting. In more casual social settings, hugs or waves might be more common. If you're unsure, observe how people around you are interacting before making a move.
Start with a handshake. In most professional settings, a handshake is considered a polite and appropriate greeting. If you're unsure of how to greet someone, offering a handshake is always a safe choice. If the other person prefers a hug or a different greeting, they'll usually let you know.
Hugs in social settings. In more casual settings, like dinner parties or gatherings with friends, hugs are often more common, especially if you've met the person before. However, it's okay to smile and offer a handshake if you're not comfortable with hugs. Over time, you'll learn when hugs are expected and when they're not.
Kisses on the cheek. In some cultures, kisses on the cheek are common greetings, but in the US, they're less frequent, especially in professional settings. If you're unsure whether a kiss on the cheek is appropriate, it's better to stick with a handshake or a wave unless you're sure the other person is comfortable with it.
Respect your own boundaries. You don't have to engage in any type of greeting that makes you uncomfortable. If you prefer to stick with a handshake or a verbal greeting, that's perfectly fine. You can simply offer your hand and say, "I'm more comfortable with a handshake," or smile politely.
Navigating these differences can be awkward at first, but with practice, you'll feel more comfortable. It's okay to take your time and observe what's normal in different settings. Eventually, you'll find your own rhythm when it comes to greeting others in the US.
Understanding the nuances of greetings in the US is an important step toward building connections. Whether it's a handshake in a professional setting or a hug in a social one, you'll learn to navigate these interactions with confidence. The key is to observe, adapt, and always respect your comfort level.